Hey, hope you're doing well. Let's go see what it's up to in the month of July. The first thing that happened in July was really interesting. I spent 20 days in Kenya, so that's East Africa, and it was with this camp called Global Encounters. It was around 67 participants from 17 different countries. So you have kids my age from Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, England, Madagascar, Portugal, Canada, the USA, Australia, a ton of countries. And we essentially spent 20 days in Kenya, and it was split into three parts. First, we spent time in Mombasa at the Aga Khan Academy. Mombasa's a city that's near the port, and it's really interesting to see the way that city operates. And when we were there, we not only got to see the city, we also got to see schools. So we spent time at schools. These were called service sites, and so we would go to these schools, understand some of the challenges that they face, and we actually worked on a mini project while we were there implementing it with the school. The second place that we went to was Nairobi. So that's a landlocked city. Unlike Mombasa, there's no port nearby or no sea nearby. It's a very hustle bustle city. And over there, we got to actually see the Aga Khan University, a very newly built university. And we actually also got to hear from the president. So that was kind of interesting. And then the last thing that happened was we went to the Masai Mara. So that's, the national park over there where you have a lot of the animals. And we actually got to go to a Masai village, talk to the Masai people, see what their lives are like, because it's very, very different than us. Although they have phones, they have access to the internet, and they even have a mobile payment system called M-Pesa. Even though they have all that, their life is so much different than ours, and it was interesting to see how they live their lives. And overall, I thought the experience was definitely eye-opening, definitely amazing. For me, the thing that it did was it gave me motivation to want to do more work in developing countries, because I've realized there's just so much opportunity there and so much low-hanging fruit to solve some of these problems that you can directly create impact. And I think doing research is amazing, and I've spent time to do research even for that open defecation project that we worked on. But going there physically, talking to people and seeing the issues that they face is a whole other level. And so I can't wait to, in the future, work on more projects. And I'm actually going to be releasing an article on my experience in Kenya that's going to come out soon. And so definitely check that out when it comes out. It'll be on my LinkedIn. I do also want to say thank you to all the facilitators and coordinators for Global Encounters. The camp was amazing. We were taken so well care of, and we got to see so much of Kenya. And for me, it was a transformational experience. It was words can't even describe how grateful I am for things that you did. So thank you so much, the entire Global Encounters team, for setting this up and for making this an amazing experience. I'm never going to forget this. For fall prevention, we have two new insights. The first is regarding our solution. If we want our solution to be adapted, we need to take into account two things. One, that we can't have something created that has to be put on charge. That's not something that's possible. It has to be something that's kinetically charged, through movement, not through me placing it on a pad and then, the pad getting electricity and then boom, I solve the charging issue. No, it has to be kinetically charged. That's the first thing. Second thing is that it has to be something that seniors are willing to wear. It can't look bad. It can't, be uncomfortable. You can't put a sensor on their belt and then they have to wear that same belt every day. No, it has to be something very, very hands off that they're willing to wear. And so those are the two things that we realized for when we're creating a solution. And then the other thing that we realized is falls are split into two things: extrinsic, which is the external environment, and intrinsic, which is, the person themselves. And that when we're focusing on a solution, we have to take both those things into account, which makes it even harder to create a solution, which is fine, but it's something that we have to look into. Externally, I have to look at the home, the lighting of the home, whether floors are slippery, etc. And then internally, I have to look at the person's, strength. Are they generally strong? Are they weak? Can they walk by themselves, etc.? What's their eyesight looking like? Are their senses dulled because they recently took medication? So we realize we have to look at both extrinsic and intrinsic factors for fall prevention. And then when it comes to the solution, we have to take into account the charging as well as the, will the seniors wear aspect. Well, that's all for me for the month of July. I'll see you guys at the end of August. Bye.